The Young and the Restless spoilers. Monday, January 27. Victor's ominous clue. Jordan cover up. Ian punishes Mariah. Ian's final showdown. Tessa and Aria missing. Jordan dies. Nikki asks what to do with body. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. If you like our videos, then you can subscribe our channel. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, January 27th. Reveal that Victor Newman will angrily await an explanation since Claire Newman, Nikki Newman, and Victoria Newman designedly left him out of their Jordan scheme. Claire may take the blame for that since she pushed Victoria and Nikki not to tell anyone. Not indeed Grandpa Victor. Still, Victor supposed there's plenitude of blame to go around since this Jordan plot could have ended in disaster. Victoria will principally have an all's well that ends well intelligence and act like the important thing is that Jordan can't hurt them ever again. That said, there's further work to be done since the Newmans still have to vend a tricky story to Chance Chancellor. Victor will plan to claim Jordan poisoned herself when the walls closed in. Which is technically true. Indeed so. Chance may suspect he's missing some mystification pieces and wonder if the Newmans had a hand in her fatal outgrowth. Claire could end up on edge as the Bobbies ask questions about the sleeping capsules in Jordan's system and try to establish a timeline of events. Of course, Ian Ward is also still out there running frantically in Genoa City, so Victor will advise that this ain't over and drop an portentous indication in the process. It'll set the stage for Ian to unleash further Newman family chaos, so stick with us for updates on all the action. As for Mariah Copeland, Young and the Restless spoilers say she's on the verge of another shocking discovery. Mariah was the bone who set up Sharon Newman after her seamster escape. But now 2 further of Mariah's loved bones are about to vanish. Once Mariah heads home looking for Tessa Porter, she'll hope to apologize for some of the harsh effects she said during their argument before. Unfortunately, there'll be no sign of Tessa and Aria Porter Copeland anywhere. That'll bring a freak eshawal for Mariah as she worries Ian has struck again. It clearly looks like Ian will gossip out some discipline by abducting both Aria and Tessa. So Mariah will be a frantic mess. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Nick Newman will find out Mariah's disturbing news. But he'll make some reassuring prognostications about chancing Tessa and Aria soon. The Young and the Restless week of January 27th preview Ian's final showdown. Tessa and Aria missing. The Young and the Restless spoilers exercise videotape for the week of January 27th. 31 reveals that Victor Newman will be cranky over the way the Newman women tried to handle Jordan without him. Victor may argue that if they'd brought him in the circle, he could have taken care of all this and avoided any moping complications. Victoria Newman will point out that Jordan is gone and suggest that's all anyone really needs to know. Other than dealing a tweaked interpretation of events to the Bobbies, Victoria may suppose they're in the clear. Trust me, this ain't over, Victor declares in Young and the Restless daily exercise videotape. There'll still be some loose ends to tie up, especially when it comes to Jordan's mate in crime, Ian Ward. Meanwhile, Mariah Copeland will fly into fear mode when she can't find Tessa Porter and Aria Porter Copeland at home or anywhere differently for that matter. Since Tessa wouldn't be answering her phone, Mariah will give Nick Newman updates on her evaporating with Aria and sweat the worst. With Ian still on the loose, Mariah will no doubt assume that he's behind this double exposure. Ian formerly suggested to Jordan that if Mariah didn't cooperate, she'd be penalized. Since Mariah gave her final word on no way forgiving Ian or letting him back in her life, this may be Ian's way of revenging. Latterly, Nick will be with Victor and Michael Baldwin at the main estate house when Ian shows up fortified and dangerous. Young and the Restless suckers will see Ian point a gun at his new hostages and roar for Nikki Newman to join them. Nikki! It's Ian! Come on down! I don't want you to miss a moment of what's going to be to your family, Ian yells up to Nikki in the daily exercise clip. Of course, a before the scenes print formerly blurted of Ian with a blood-stained sweater. Our prognostications allude that Ian will eventually take a pellet, so he may join Jordan in facing a fatal exit. The Young and the Restless spoilers say some absorbing drama is still to come as Ian's departure draws near. so stay tuned for all the wild news ahead. The Young and the Restless. Friday, January 24th, recap. Jordan dies. Nikki asks what to do with body. The Young and the Restless spoilers recap for Friday, January 24th. Reveals that Sharon Newman will put off going to the sanitarium until the coming morning, so Nick Newman and Mariah Copeland will take her home. Sharon will reunite with Faith Newman before Nick spills about Jordan being her abductor and working with Ian Ward, who killed Heather Stevens according to Jordan. Mariah will cry over all this being her fault, but Nick, Sharon, and Faith will try to move her that it isn't. After Mariah expresses remorse over her earlier fight with Tessa Port, she'll take off to work effects out with her. Once Sharon asks if Jordan and Ian have been caught, Nick will contend the Newmans possessed Jordan and will assume the Bobbies have her by now. As for Ian, Nick will feel confident that he'll be captured and that this agony will be over soon. Sharon will be eager to give Daniel Romalotti Jr. and Lucy Romalotti updates, but Nick will suppose that can stay until morning. After Sharon admits Nick appeared to her while she was cured like a guardian angel, he'll be glad he could be there for her on some position. At the method house, Jordan will stop Victoria Newman from calling an ambulance and wonder how long she has left now that she's guzzled the poison tea. Claire Newman will estimate that Jordan has 10 twinkles or lower due to the bottle of sleeping capsules she put by there. Jordan will spew vile effects at the Newmans as she becomes weaker and eventually sits back on the lounge. Although Jordan will suppose Claire's a killer just like her. Claire will argue that she's wrong and talk about reclaiming her soul. Just before Jordan is about to croak on Friday's Young and the Restless occasion, she'll reach for Claire's hand. Claire will take it in a moment of mercy before Jordan closes her eyes and gasps her last breath. Victoria will embrace Claire before Jordan's body is covered up with a mask. When Nikki Newman questions what they're going to do with it, Victor will suggest telling the Bobbies the verity. Victor will point out that Jordan came back to target their family, and when she realized she'd be going back to captivity, she drank Bane. Of course, Victor wouldn't plan to mention Claire's fatal plot. At the main house latterly, Victor will defy Nikki, Claire, and Victoria as he demands to know what the three of them were allowing. At the Jazz Chesterfield, Billy Abbott will invite Jack Abbott to join him for a drink and admit no bone thinks he can master Victor. Billy will be willing to let go of his vengeance scheme, but he'll suppose he needs to resolve his issues with Jill Abbott before he finds another career path. Jack will like the sound of that, and will allude about subsidizing one of Billy's ideas when the time is right. Once Sally Spectra finds Billy and teases a surprise, she'll take him to his place and show off the interior decorating that she promised to do. Billy will be blown down by Sally's attention to detail and will suppose all this is perfect for his fresh launch. As Billy and Sally crack open a bottle of bubbly, he'll admit that he's moving on from his Victor Vendetta and Chancellor charge. Sally and Billy will end up participating a passionate kiss as they enjoy the moment together. Once Jack makes it home to Diane Jenkins Abbott, he'll give her the good news about Billy and will feel hopeful about his family heading down a better road. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Billy will have to figure out a new career sooner or latterly, so stick with us for further prognostications on his coming job. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.